Next, we have panel. So the setup might take few minutes. Meanwhile, I'd like to introduce our moderator for the day, Zalak. Zalak has almost a decade of decade of experience. She's a project manager. She is also someone who is very much vocal and advocating digital transformation. She'll be introducing the CXOs we have today in this panel. But yeah, um, for now, can we have Zalak on the stage? Yeah. So this is going to be a very interesting session because AI is here. It is happening right now, and it's not just a buzzword anymore. So Zalak, thank you so much. Please.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Gandhinagar. મજામાં લાગતું નથી મજામાં હોય એવું લાગે છે ભૂખ લાગી છે બરાબર બાય ધ વે આજે હું જ્યારે ગાંધીનગરમાં એન્ટર થઈ ત્યારે મને એક ક્વેશ્ચન મનમાં આવ્યો કે આપણે સેક્ટર 28નું ગાર્ડન જે છે ત્યાં આમ્રકુંજમાં એક ટોય ટ્રેન છે એ ચાલુ થઈ કે નહીં થઈ ગઈ છે ખરેખર તો આપણે નીલભાઈને કહીએ કે આ સેશન પતે ઇવેન્ટ પતે પછી આપણને બધાને ત્યાં લઈ જાય નીલભાઈ દેખાતા નથી આપણે પછીથી પકડ્યા એમને
છુપાઈ ગયા
છે બાય ધ વે આઈ એમ ઝલક પટેલ a project manager at Skyward Techno Solutions Private Limited, and today I'm super excited to host a very interesting panel discussion on the topic Beyond the Buzz, a real use cases of AI in business transformation. So without wasting much of the time, I would like to invite all our distinguished panelists on the stage. And we have Mr. Ashish Kasma, a founder of Lucent Innovation, with us. I would request Mr. Ashish to be on the stage. We have Mr. Manish Dudrejia, a founder of E2M Solutions, with us. Please welcome Mr. Manish. We have Savaram Suthar. Afterwards, I will call him Sam. Please with us, Sam. And we have a Mr. Rinkesh, a program director at IBM, with us. Thank you so much for being here.
Fantastic. Check that out. Okay.
So before we dive into the discussion, let us have a quick round of introduction of all the panelists. Let us start with Ashish first.
Yes. Hello.
Yeah.
Are you gonna make that?
Hello. Yeah. Hi guys.
That's all right.
I think still जो झलक मैम ने बोला वो लग रहा है कि सबको भूख लग रही है, right? So guys, good morning, namaste, jai jinan, sat sri akal. How are you guys? Just raise your hand actually if everyone is listening to me. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. I'm Ashish actually. I'm a co-founder and CTO of Lucent Innovation. I'm in the industry it's almost you can say 20 years more than that actually. मेरा को देख के मत लगना, मतलब I'm still young, but yeah, it's a 20 year in this IT industry. I have seen the 95, 98, and then you can see the desktop to the journey of web to the AI. So the journey is definitely this is a very really interesting topic for me actually when it comes to a business use case of the AI actually. So other than I don't know actually, I'm still learning myself. I still learn, I still code. So this is my introduction. Yeah, I would just transfer to the sir actually.
Cool. Hi everyone, my name is Manish and I'm the founder of E2M. I have been in the industry like Ashish, like more than like 18 years I would say. I got into this industry back in 2007 and started E2M back in 2012. I know Himal mentioned that CXO, but I'm not a CXO anymore. We have a new CEO at E2M now, so I'm more on a founder role right now. Yeah, really looking forward to talk on the obviously the hottest topic right now. So, yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Miss. Hi, my name is Varam Sita. You can call me Sam. And I'm founding director at Middleware. Middleware is a YC startup, which we launched almost 2.5 years back. So I think I'm the only non-tech person in the panel. So pardon me if I say anything wrong when it comes to technology. So yeah, so I started my career as a marketer, and then gradually I started digital agencies, and then enter in the product development. So right now we are a full stack observability platform, and we're serving customers across the world. Thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Rinkesh. I'm a lot of titles. So I will start with Master Inventor. So I have a lot of patents on my name. IBM has given me Master Inventor tag. I'm Program Director. I got honorary PhD, so I can call myself doctor as well. I'm not in a habit of calling myself doctor, so people still call me, and I prefer calling myself Mr. Rinkesh Sir. I spent almost close to 2.5 decades in industry, seen a lot of transformation, and I'm now a manager director, but I still like to code. I still like to talk about technology. I still like to brainstorm on technology. Invent new things is my passion. Thank you.
Yeah, so thank you so much for the introduction. So audience, together we have 80 plus years of experience in this dais now, and we have a lot to learn from this panel. So buckle up, guys, and let's start our panel discussion on the topic Beyond the Buzz, Real Use Cases of AI and Business Transformation. So today we are here to talk about AI beyond the buzz, and I want us to start by grounding stark reality, and that is a recent Gartner report. By the way, Gartner is a research publication who produces world's leading technology research and advisory firm. And according to that report, nearly 40% of the agentic AI projects are expected to be scrapped. Not because AI is not working, but because we as a businesses are failing to align AI with long-term meaningful business transformation goals. And keeping this in mind, there is the one question we oftenly overlooked, and that is, what is the difference between AI adoption and AI transformation? And this question is for all of you. Anyone or everyone can answer from the panel. Yeah.
I will start. So, honestly speaking, I am not surprised when Gartner is saying 40% will be gone, will be thrown away. I expected this number to be higher. Why? Guys, everyone on floor right now, do you know what is the percentage of software which are rejected, thrown away, straight away, without seeing the light, or after seeing the light without any actual usage? Anyone?
I was thinking.
90%? So different analysts basically gave different figures. It's starting from 45% to 85%, but most of the leading industry leaders believe it's around 70%. So now Gartner is saying that AI agents are going to fail. 40% of the AI agents are going to fail. I feel it's going to be much more than that.
Oh.
And why it fails? Because lack of proper requirement. People who are developing it. See, I always believed engineers and management folks are having very different brains. Marketing folks are having very different brain. When marketing folks try to develop something, they may fail. But what happens is a lot of startups I have seen, a lot of organizations I have seen where engineers went into that zone where they kept on trying to remain on top of the top of their corporations or organizations, and that's where they start seeing the failures. They are good technical engineers, but they are not good managers.
Agree. But can you describe what is the difference between AI adoption and AI transformation? If we take an example of our Indian IT industry.
So I will talk as a whole, just to give a difference between definition between AI transformation as well as AI adoption.
Yeah, I mean, where are the most businesses at today? If we
Right now, looking at the current technology, AI adoption, and just for everyone's sake, let me first define both the terms.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So AI adoption is that I am having something right now, I retrofit AI into it to get better efficiency. AI transformation is something AI will become the base of my solution, and then I will start building on top of something, on top of it. That's the definition difference between adoption and transformation. Right now, if you talk about next 2 or 3 years, I feel a lot of money will be there in AI adoption, where we will be having a solid, because people have invested a lot of money, industry has invested a lot of money in the current products, current solutions. So we are not just going to throw them away. We will basically use AI to make them better.
Okay.
Better efficiency out of the processes what we are having. We are going to use AI in those processes to get efficiency in those processes. Eventually, possibly after around 2030, we will see that more and more platforms will be generated which are having the crux of AI in it. So everything what we build will be top of AI platforms.
Okay.
Good. Thank you, Ringas. Topic itself is pretty, I think, crazy because everyone is talking about it. And I'll start with very basic, that's something that I always do. So, how many of us already remember the dot-com bubble? Like most of them, right? So, in technology turn, everything start with some hype, and then gradually everyone put their money, and the investor comes and then just invest more and more money on that. So the process will start always from a technology trend, and that's like how it hype created. And after that, like many more and more companies, more and more big companies, small companies put the investment over there. So that's called over investment, I can say. After that, like the reality check is there, because we need to understand that whatever money that we put, it should be that should be ROI or not, or maybe like at least have some long-term goal, or why we are doing this, right? So need to figure out this all process, and that's where we call as a reality check. But then after reality check, there is one of the biggest thing that happening is the recalibration, which is more important, because like whatever we did, and then we just need to go back and see like, hey, whatever we did, is that great? Is that okay for the business or not? What I understand is many times people just invest because of Rinkesh in investing, because of Manish in investing, because of other people, right? So I just see the other people investing and I just do that. Even like nowadays, like agentic AI, right? AI agent, which is trend, right? And everyone wants to create their own agent. Sometimes I can see like some people are just building agent without any purpose, because the purpose should be there, but still they are not doing at all. So the thing is, we have to recalibrate it, understand it, and then like the last is sustainable, whether it is sustainable or not. So if you talk about adoption and the transformation, so I can say that we are at the middle of stage where adoption is already going pretty high, and it's heavily, the investors and everyone is putting their money, and I can see that the general training model, which is something that everyone wants to train the model, and that's already done pretty high now. So now that would be a more reasoning things coming up, and that's where like we need to think about it. So if I say in a single word, the AI adoption is something that we are using some sort of AI for our product in the company, maybe like just automating a certain part, or maybe just using AI for the creating some contents or something like that. But when it comes to transformation, that means the AI-driven organization, which is something that everything from the start to end, everything is going through the AI, and the whole platform is built on AI. That is something that I believe.
So I've been in this. I got lucky that we got some first mover advantage, And it's been 1.5 years, have been surrounded by people who have been doing building amazing stuff in AI. And while traveling, I was in the States a couple of months back. Last fall, I was in the States and met a lot of people in Silicon Valley. So there are a couple of things I want to kind of make people understand. Anyone knows the difference between what is agents and agentic AI flow? By the way, those two things are different. Does anyone have any idea about that? Okay, I'll make it simple, right? I'll use this simple analogy just for you to understand. Think like agents are a delivery boy, okay? They have an instructions to do particular task. This is your location where you will drop the parcel. This is the exact route you need to follow. And this is where you exactly will deliver, right? That's agent. What is agentic AI workflow is something, there are multiple agents in an action. So imagine there is a logistic manager who is deciding which route delivery boy will be taking. The logistic manager will also figure out the problems agents will be facing, the delivery boy will be facing while delivering the parcel, and figuring out the most efficient route and getting delivered it on time. And if there is something happening, so sure, you guys use Swiggy and Zomato. I think Swiggy or Zomato have introduced a feature where if someone has cancelled a parcel in your neighborhood nearby, and then they will give you an alert that, okay, someone has cancelled this parcel. If you want to get this parcel, you can get it as a 50% off. So that's what the agentic AI does, right? So I think, there is there was an interview by Sam Altman, and he said like 2025 would be the years of agents. And I think the agentic AI, what they are saying, the failed, we don't understand right now that all the LLMs have been trained on a publicly available data. And there is a debate going on in Silicon Valley. Couple of months back, I was in Silicon Valley, and they were saying that by 2029, all the public data will be utilized to train all the models. And last week, the new debate came, is all the public data has been already used. Okay? So, and now the one more thing is that there is a 10 times more private data, which is still the LLMs is yet to be trained on. So I think we don't realize that why this agentic AI are failing is just because there is a general intelligence on which they are trying to build agents, which is not fulfilling the goals they are looking for. So anyway, long story short, I think, if you really want to understand something, you really have to go back to the history, right? And I would only say this thing, that imagine you are in early 2000 and you are trying to build a highly animated jQuery website. Obviously, you're going to fail, right? So I think one of the most important things, we will see the success ratio is going much higher and higher as these LLMs, the companies will start taking the open source models like Llama and all the other models. And then now Google has also, Gemini 2.5, they announced it open source just two weeks back. So once you will start training those models, so the training and fine tuning and RAG, that will be the big in the moving days. And that's where you will start seeing the more success ratio.
Yeah, I think that's very interesting topic, and if we have a time, we can come back to that. Ashish, would you like to show some insights on that one?
Just a small thing, actually. I'm not sure how many of you really understand the adoption and the transformation. I would give you a simple example. Right now, if you get an email, what you do actually? Generally, what you guys do? Generally, write something and then ask ChatGPT to transform for you, right? That is the adoption you are doing it. But just understand, I'm working on one of the plugin actually, which is having automatically read your email, all the emails. It just read all the emails and just give you a final prompt. That you need to send. That's a transformation is going to happen. That is where you don't need to think anything on that. It is reading all your mails and everything, right? You don't need to think, it will just give you, this is the summary of the email and do it. That's a transformation has to be done. So that's a difference, a very small adoption in the, you can say, transformation. One thing which is, like 40% is failing. I think most of the products nowadays write the word AI. I think most of it, right? मेरे हिसाब से शायद कोई होगा ही नहीं जो ऐसा लिख रहा हो कि मैं बिना AI के, because everyone think AI will change everything, right? So the thing is, the problem is that they are not actually agentic or anything actually. They're just writing it actually. They are just writing a natural language and converting again into the API and everything. That's the problem. That's the reason they are failing actually. You need to think like I have a co-founder as a AI. That's what the thing has to be changed. You should have your colleague as an AI co-founder. You should have an AI as your colleague. Like I would very simply say, if someone is writing code in my team, actually, it will automatically, when the pull request or you can say PR goes to senior, maybe he is not reading it actually. But if AI solves this problem, that's the transformation has to be done. So that's where the system is going to be changed, then where the transformation has to be done. Yeah.
Thank you so much for throwing the lights on what is the AI adoption and what is AI transformation. And according to the panel, we are at the middle of adoption and the transformation. So my next question is for you, Ashish. As a founder, how do you see business transformation through the lens of product innovation? And how do you know when a feature or a piece of technology is not just a cool, but it is really improving the customer experience?
I will take you guys to only in 2004 actually, when I was doing my project. I think Netflix launched in 2007. Many of you know OTT platform comes after that actually, all these things. In 2004, I was doing one of my projects that was related to, you can say, video on demand, right? That time, Winamp is one of the player. I think most of the people know that actually, right? That we can have we can play the list and everything. That time our project was actually video on demand. I have a video on one of my server and anyone can play after a login. Now see, this is the innovation we did it actually. Maybe I'm not able to succeed, maybe some other people not be able to succeed, right? Because that was the time. But you see that product innovation is come into the OTT platform nowadays, and that was how the business transformation happened actually. Okay. Someone has to think beyond what is right now actually, right? What is happening is, okay, the people has to innovate actually, right? But actual problem has to be solved. That's a major. We realize it, why we have solved it, very frankly speaking, because that time all the movies are pirated, very frankly speaking, guys. So what we do actually, we generally keep in on one of those our machine. So that we are hacker on that in college actually. So we just hacked over one of our server and we just kept all our movies there actually, and everyone download it and do it. Then we realized it's a very issue actually. Everyone has to download in their laptop or maybe on desktop, right? So actually that time 20 GB was the hard disk size. Now it's not the RAM actually, right? So if you need to download it, watch it and delete it. That was the situation. So we hacked our system and then we realized, let's build it out. Let's build something actually which can help us to create a player which can read directly from a network actually. That's where the product innovations converted into a business transformation that you can see nowadays most of the OTT platform works in the similar kind of different approach, but yeah, it would work.
Yeah, so in simple word, I would say finding out solutions to our problem, that is what the transformation is.
Yeah.
So my next question is for Manish. Manish, you have closely worked with the businesses who are facing the struggle with the growth and bandwidth issues. So considering that scenario, can you share a real use case where AI was used not just as a trend, but a real problem solver to those challenges, and that enhanced your overall business experience?
I think we are still in the early stage. I would say the transformation started right around November 2022 when ChatGPT was initially launched, and things started picking it up. So that's what, like 2.5 years. The evolution we have seen of all the models, I think the progress has been made in last 1 year. That's been fantastic, specifically last 7 months, I would say. So we launched services. We have now 20 plus customers that we acquired in last just couple of months. And I don't think we would have been able to launch the service even 6 months back, because MCP just changed a lot of things in last few days. And so I think in terms of real use case scenarios, there are a lot of amazing marketing side automations platforms, which, I don't know how many of you know N8N tool. Have you guys, anyone used N8N? A lot of people, yeah? So that's the most popular tool right now to build your marketing. We have one workflow where essentially it will scrape the data from the internet, my target audience. So our target audience is like, agencies, digital agencies in the US, and it'll scrape all the data. It will identify the target person, and there is an entire N8N workflow. Then it will fetch their email address. What it'll do is it will also analyze the data as well, right? That, okay, is this the kind of ICP which is in my ideal client profile, fits into my ICP or not? Then what it will do is it will also write an email as well. There will be a cold email, there will be 500, 1,000 different copies it will write, and it will also shoot an email as well. So that's already we are using right now. That's the one use case I would say. And there are a lot of agents right now. What they are doing is like they are optimizing the campaigns automatically as well. So just to guys give an idea, like how many of you use Claude? Claude by Anthropic? Okay. If you really feed Claude certain types of Excel data, they will give you a nice dashboard, analysis dashboard as well. So I think it also helps marketers to make better decisions based on those data analysis as well.
You meant the predictive analysis?
Yes, predictive analysis, yes.
Okay. So thank you so much for sharing your real experience. Sam, as you brings the unique blend of marketing expertise and the tech innovation, and also you are involving in both growth marketing and cloud observability platform. These are the two areas where AI is majorly evolving. And how are you using AI to make better marketing decisions? And at the same time, how AI is helping you to your product to track and monitor the complex systems?
Okay. I think two different subject I should talk. Let's start with the marketing and then we'll go to the tech. So for marketing, as Manish highlighted, we are using AI-based tools, various tools so I'm very big fan of inbound. I'm not sure like how many of us know, but I'm pretty good at content and SEO things. But like recently after AI, like the innovation of AI is like now content is become pretty difficult, right? Everyone is creating contents and like it's like just people just put the sun promote and create anything whatever they want. So it's become very difficult for us to be in the same space and be more competitive. So we have adopted certain marketing where we do some hyper personalizations and using different tools. So we're using Artisan, we're using a lot of other tools as well. So for outbound, what we're doing is, as Manish also had the same thing, it's same for everyone, but using different approach and different process, right? So we have like, let's say we have ICPs of DevOps, for example. So we create a pretty good set of input that what we want. So let's say ICPs are, DevOps, and then we shortlist with that, with the particular messaging and particular criterias. And based on that, we just set the campaign. Now, once the campaign is there, then definitely the predictive analysis comes into place because, you have all dashboard and everything on the one place. So you can see that which campaign is working best and which is not working. So based on that, we can take decisions. So we are I can say we are on the verge of doing this in the last few months. We are doing already in the content things in the last 2 years, and we are pretty good at that. But this outbound thing we recently started, and we heavily using AI on that. It's not something that we are offering an AI services to someone, because since we are product company, so we are using AI for our own marketing activities and marketing campaigns. Second part which we talk about is how we are using AI for cloud monitoring, and at the same time, so for example, like we are offering a full stack observability platform. That means how many? Okay, so I have very good questions. Like how many of us, or maybe how much time do you invest in troubleshooting issues? And in case like 30%, 40%, or 60%, as per the data that I see, almost like 60% people, developer, invest their time on finding the root cause and then troubleshooting them and see what should be the fix, right? And that's where we started. So Ashish, I think, highlighted very important questions, that people putting the AI in their messaging. And we did the same in 2024, in the beginning of 24. So we just put AI observability, and a lot of hypes are there. People are asking us, hey, like, what are you doing in AI? Is that something that you are monitoring the LLMs or models or something? Then we realized, I think, putting AI word is not sufficient. We have to build something around it, and then we deliver, so, we can offer or how AI is going to use. So we actually removed that for a certain time, to be honest, because we're getting a lot of unnecessary inquiries, and that's not useful at all. So then we rethink, and then almost like 7-8 months back, we started working on this part. And recently, like almost a month back, we released the new product, which is called Ops AI, and that's actual the production engineer. So like, whatever issues comes, so let's say if you are in the maybe somewhere in the night, 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. and then some issues pops up, so like how do you solve that? Because there is no developers available, right? So at that time, these production engineer work as a your side-by-side engineer, and they will find, so as soon as the issue alert, they will understand what issue is, what should be the root cause for it, and then give the suggestion. So we're using multi-model approach there. We're using Cloud for reasoning. We're using Gemini for like chat-based understanding and formattings, and we're using even some other like codecs and few other things for that as well. So once these are there, then so we found the source code, we have the solutions. So we actually push that code to the GitHub also. So we have integration with the GitHub and bucket. So we can push that issues to the PR, and then once PR is generated, so you can see that, oh yeah, this issue is already solved now. So there is a huge number of transformation that we have done, and now like we are able to troubleshoot a lot, and everything is automated. So that's why I said earlier we were trying to be like adopt the AI, but then we pause it and then we restart it, and now like we already done it. So in the last couple of week, I can say we actually helping our customers to troubleshoot issues with using AI, even they don't. So I'm sure like, that could be like reduce developer's job, but at the same time, it make more innovative and use even maximum time of what you people are doing. So that's something that we did.
Yeah, thank you so much for showing us how AI you are already using for your marketing strategies and at the product level decisions. Yeah, so my next question is for you, Rinkesh. As you are being a security expert and you are working since long in this field, I would like to have a questions on that one. So security is one of the most sensitive and critical thing, and the areas where AI is involving is we have a rewards same as we have a risk is high. So keeping that in mind, how AI changing the way we approach to threats, and what should companies be careful while they are implementing AI into their businesses, or we would say while they adding AI into the business stacks?
So very interesting question. Like AI is penetrating any other market, it is penetrating the cybersecurity world as well. So the way, see, this is the same transformation of how we started our development. So long time back when I was in college, we were not having IDEs. We are using notepads to write the Java program or C++ program. The program which we used to take 10 hours to develop, now with an advent of Eclipse, we started writing it in 5 hours. Same thing is happening in a threat world. The way we used to manually detect the threats, every time you change password, every time you change the firewall settings, a event is generated. And now there is a SOC analyst sitting somewhere, a human sitting somewhere who need to analyze, is this event valid event or done by some unauthorized entity? So that is how earlier world was doing it. Lot of analysts burning midnight oil, working round the clock, spending millions of dollars on identifying which entities or which events are actual threats and which are legal events which are happening. And then came AI. People started using AI. IBM is using AI in its product right now, where we started based on the behavior, based on the training and everything, we started saying, oh, this user is doing this thing. These are all valid events. We do not have to waste time of a SOC analyst to basically analyze those and work on this thing. That means things which were taking hours earlier now are being done in minutes now. Now, what are the risks here? See, a lot of benefits what we talk about. And now if you talk about cybersecurity world, whenever you get any event, let's say there is a vulnerability. Now there are different databases. MITRE basically gives its own analysis. There are different databases. OWASP releases its own analysis. We need to consider everything, and then we have to summarize. Earlier, like if I talk about few months back, couple of months back also, people have been doing those things manually, analyzing those things, long events, long literature. Now we embedded AI in it. So now it is all reading it on its own, summarizing it in a human readable format. Anyone, a new person also is able to understand that thing. The biggest gap we are having in a cybersecurity world is a skill gap.
Correct.
College is based on the buzzword. Cybersecurity, along with AI and quantum, cybersecurity is another new shiny toy in town. So all colleges, universities started jumping onto it. But still we are having very less talented, experienced cybersecurity professionals. So AI basically fulfilling or bridging that gap right now. So all in all, lot of value addition by AI in cybersecurity world. But again, there are a lot of gaps, a lot of risks as well. Now, there are a lot of organizations we are over enthusiastic. They started saying, oh, we'll replace 100% people with the agents. There will be no one. Now just think of a world. I will just take a different analogy. You are having an asthma attack. You found that your pump is out of medicine now. You reach your pharmaceutical pharmacy, and there is a person standing there. You ask for a new pump, and now you are hyperventilating. You are about to go down any minute, any second. Will that person wait for you to pay money, or that person will give you the medicine first? Now think, there is no human standing there. There is a machine or a robot standing there. Will that robot or machine went out the medicine before you pay the money? See, that's the difference we are talking about. AI is good, but it cannot replace 100% the human being. You can use, like we moved on with the technology, we moved from Notepad to Eclipse, and now we are having a much better editors. AI is transforming those tools. But moving onwards, it is not to replace the developers. It is not to replace people. It is a toolkit in your arsenal so that you can use it better. People thinking that, oh, we'll be able to replace everything. That is one of the big risks we are having. Second risk is, see, whenever we are having a false positive, let's say a person entering right now we feel that, oh, is this person supposed to be here? It's a false positive. Is this person supposed to be here? We go and check the entity. That person shows the ID card. We say, yes, you are allowed to go. Now think of an reverse, false failures. When a person who was supposed to be blocked, a hacker who was supposed to be blocked, AI analyzed and let this hacker go. We are never going to basically find this hacker ever if there is no human touch in it. So there should be second level of scrutiny that needs to be done by the analyst, by the organization. These are the biggest risk we are seeing right now. And third, and the last I will stop here, is the cost. How much money you are ready to spend on the solutions like this. Let's say again, you are in dire need of money. Again, pharmacy example, you are trying to pay money and it keeps on asking multi-factor authentication one after other. Will you like it? So those were the areas, how much money, and for all the security, I have to pay the money as well. Someone need to pay the money. Sam Altman recently said that the biggest loss of open AI organization is people saying hi and bye to ChatGPT.
Yeah.
So the money we are spending on those things, are we ready to basically pay the money for everything and anything in the cybersecurity world as well? Because cybersecurity is not the core functionality. Your core functionality is something else. It's just adding a value layer on top of it. So do you want to spend all your money on AI in cybersecurity, or you want to do something else with that money? That's the question for the industry. That's the biggest risk I can see.
So thank you for showing your thoughts on cybersecurity and the ongoing concerns. My next question is for you, Ashish. And we often hear the data is new oil. And keeping in mind that, how do you manage when the data is fragmented, noisy, or insufficient, and still want AI to work?
Many of you know the data. What's the data actually? Like I generally say that, like Jalak mentioned, that data is new oil, right? And data is diamond for me. Who is having a data is actually a star for me, actually, right? That's if you just talk anything, right? The people who is having data is everything nowadays. You just need to analyze, right? That's what you need to do. Everyone is doing it. All the CMOs just look into the reports, but the major this is data. If the data is fragmented, how AI will work on those, right? So the first, I think, the problem which we face actually when we are doing any AI project, most of the data either having issues or more fragmented or something, right? So the first steps, which is more of a cleaning. You need to clean the data, right? You need to structure the data. It may be, because learning is the second part for me. Maybe it's a supervised, maybe it's unsupervised, but before that you need to clean the data. But let's say you don't have, but what needs to be done? The next thing what we do is synthetic data generation. Generate the data, what your model is understanding, what systems is to be done. Now you need to create a processes actually. I would take a very recent example. One of the person recently, one of my friend actually, he got a big project of the AI, and the company was, the client was ready to invest a lot of money on that. And he had a lot of brainstorming with the client, and he rejected that project. Very frankly, but he saw why. The client was very eager to start that project. But he said, no, I cannot do this project because you don't have any structured thing. You don't have a process to accept it actually. You don't have a person to actually align with those things. So you need to first structure all these things actually. See, if I just say Excel में the data गलत होगा तो मेरे पास result नहीं आने वाला है. I cannot do anything out of that. You need to clean it first. You need to understand where is the cleaning. So there's a tools actually which can identify where is the issues in the data. So you need to first focus on those, structure those things actually, and then focus on the right, then doing a learning and all the model and training and everything. But before, definitely data is oil. So in a longer run, which I see is actually most of the things, this is the biggest issue also in the system actually. If you train your model with the wrong data, it will give you a wrong results. So this is one of the issue which you find out in the ChatGPT also. Initially, I was the user actually who in the 2 year back when I was testing some mathematical problem in the ChatGPT, it was giving me a wrong result. The reason is very simple, because it was trained on the wrong data. The public data, nowadays, you can see actually like very frankly, as you guys write anything, right, to make them that this is the best thing. But you don't know whether this is the best or not. You don't know whether this is the right, correct data or not, right? You buy a product, actually, they say it's organic, okay? Or maybe a brown bread. I would talk very, I think most of people know that brown bread is there. But have you ever seen that it has a content of maida also? 100% atta, everything they can write, right? It's the same like AI, sabhi jagah AI likh diya hai maine. They write it the same way. But you need to write, you need to correct your data. Your AI has to be get the right data on that. So your model has to be correct.
Trained
You need
on
to
a
clean the
correct
data and
data.
then do it actually.
Correct, correct. Yes, so my next question is for you, Manish. As in today's time, acquiring a new customer and retaining the existing one is a bit challenging. So what is an real use cases of AI in context of, generative AI use case for getting customer acquisition and retention?
I think we talked about customer acquisition, right? I think this is the best time for anyone who is starting a business, building a product, because there are so many automations and tools you can use, which makes your customer acquisition more easier. I'll talk about customer retention. One of the real use cases which we have developed internally within our organization. Then imagine, let's say, believe like most of are in a service industry. You have a client. So the client's life cycle is like, there is a sales call is happening. Someone is onboarding your client. And then there is a project manager who is interacting with your client, right? And there are developers who are working on that project. And then there is a QA team. So there is an entire team who is working on the entire project. Now, what happens that all this data is not connected right now. So there is a sales calls, and then now project manager is going on a weekly or bi-weekly meetings with clients as well. So those recordings are also happening. And all the project specific tasks are assigned in the project management system. Now we have an agent which is connecting the entire life cycle. And now imagine 6 months later, this is one of the biggest clients, for instance, right? And imagine 6 months later, we are changing a project manager. And that particular client is giving us the same kind of project which they have given earlier, but now this project manager does not have an idea about the technology preferences of this client. So instead, now this agent will help the new project manager in a way to make sure the clients do not get the necessary problems when you are providing the codes or quoting the wrong technologies. So I think we call it knowledge transfer, right? I mean, people change. I think the real use case of, I would say, the customer retention, this is something I see a really good use case.
Okay, thank you. Sam, I have a next question for you is, what do you see as the next big AI shift in the industry over the next 12 to 18 months?
Okay. AI is, I think, emerging quick, fast, right? Because what we saw in last 10 years and what we see in last 1 and 2 years, and then what we will be seeing in the next 1.5 year, that's going to be, everything will going to be changed, right? So what I believe is that, as Gartner already predicted, but the adaptation is pretty high. So the agent, the building different agents for specific tasks, which is more important nowadays. So, as Manish also highlighted that the public data already trained. Now the what next? The next is something that, building a specific agent that can help us to, fulfill or complete our work. So it could be something around legal tasks, it could be around, the coding or maybe a testing, or it can be in any specific task. So that is the one part. The second is something that I also believe, the semantic AI, which is, I think, emotional things like as even like Rinkesh mentioned, right? That AI cannot replace a human, But at the same time, there is a way that it can at least understand certain parts. So like understand customer sentiments, understand customer behaviors based on the predictive analysis, and then decide on what should be the next. So this is the something. And the third thing which is very important is the reasoning. So now like we can see that the reasoning AI is taking more and more places, and more than like 70-80% company already using AI for the coding, right? So they're building all softwares somewhat using the AI. So that is where again like these things is going to be improve, and it's definitely replace certain parts. So these are the key parts that I see it's in the emerging trends.
Okay. Thank you, Sam. We have a next question for you, and I think that would be the last question for us in interest of time. So as you are dealing with, I think, 150 plus team members, and you are also associated with many academics activities, you would be the best fit to answer this question. So we often talk about tools and technology, but actually the real transformation is about the people. So how are you preparing your teams or client to adapt AI emotionally and culturally, not just as operationally?
So, so the biggest thing I tell people is to stop fighting it, because it's a landscape of a change. So change is having its own life cycle. A new technology is coming. People are scared. This is the same example I can say like 40, 50 years back when computers came on board, people thought, oh, we are going to lose our job. There will be a crisis. What will humans do if computers start doing their job? But humans are still working. We are still having a huge unemployment rate as well. So this is going to remain the trend. It's just that there will be a shift in the way we work. So we are moving from adoption to transformation right now. That means there will be more and more AI. We like it or we don't like it. So rather than fighting the change, let's become partner in that change. Use it for your own benefit. Start learning about those technologies. So I am learning about AI right now. Ashish also mentioned he started this, and I believe almost each and every business leader is learning about it. That means each and every student, each and every individual need to start accepting the fact that AI is going to be here for a long time. So it's not like many other shiny toys in town, lot of technology which came and went. It's not going to be like that. It is going to be there for long periods. So it's a market changing, it's a thought breaking technology what we have got in hand. More and more AI related solutions, AI based solutions will be there. Now if you keep on doing the same thing, if you don't learn, you will perish. So the biggest risk for everyone and biggest takeaway for everyone is to start learning this technology, use it for their own benefit. That's what I tell my teams.
Yeah, I think we have to accept it that AI is our colleague, not our competitor. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts, not only thoughts, but the real experiences. And today we have gone beyond the buzzword into the heart of what real AI can do, from fragmented to noisy data to how we can make cyber security enhancement in our business. So thank you so much for being here. And if we talk about the key takeaways, find out the real problem, work on it, and have the best solution out of it. So AI without strategy is just a noise. We have to align AI with our long-term meaningful goals. And security and trust is not negotiable at any cost. And smaller team can also achieve better and faster with the help of AI. And a feature becomes transformation when it solves the recurring problems of the customers. Yeah, so these were the key takeaways from the session. And thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you so much, audience, for your thoughtful listening. Thank you. Thank you very much.